Hey folks, Grant here from the Ethical Predator. Are you having issues shooting and you're just not seeing the results you want with your traditional bow? If you're new to traditional archery and bow hunting, you've already likely heard of several different methods of shooting, from gap to string walking variations, split vision, and of course the much controversial instinctive methods. I say methods since everyone I have ever met that has been a really great shot shooting their traditional bow the instinctive way had some common themes that made them really outstanding. Several years ago, a bow hunter I'd known for a long time made the switch to traditional from a compound. And he came out one day and he asked me to watch him shoot a bit, just give him a few tips. So he walked back to around 20 yards away and he let go a few shafts at the target I had up. Now this target was a pretty beat up Mackenzie, and it was pretty tough for him to find his reference point on that. What do you think, he said. Keep shooting, I replied. So he shot a few more rounds, turned again and said, any thoughts? Keep shooting, I said. So he did. And after another 6 arrows or so, looked over at me and said, hey, do you think my release is okay? What about my elbow, my anchor point? Keep shooting, I replied. He stopped and grinned. And he realized what I've been trying to communicate to him for the past half hour or more. Now, I did share a couple of things with him that day to work on, but they had nothing to do with his anchor point or his elbow or his hold or his release or his hook. You see, it wasn't how he was shooting. He needed what a lot of folks need, which is flight time and practice on the weapon system itself. He already knew the mechanics of shooting, even though the recurve was getting harder to pull than the wheel bow because it didn't break over into the valley and let off. He was shooting well. He just needed time. And here is 3 great tips to get you better at shooting no matter what style you use. But if you do want to try instinctive, it will help you get off in the right direction. Number 1, shoot at moving targets. I'm a big fan of this. It helps tracking a moving target. It assists the brain in finding a focal point and judging through the practice of this to compensate for many hand-eye coordination issues. Plastic bottles swinging, balls kicked out for you, really help out. Number 2, shoot 1 arrow at a time. And this is a principle I use, and I really stand by it. It will really help you to reset each shot and not have the luxury of making your brain happy about the next few arrows you're going to shoot to make up for the ones you're throwing. This also applies to common bow hunting shots, not just target shooting. Number 3, just like the board that does not hit back, foam does not move. You need to apply pressure to your shooting for bow hunting situations. You must apply that pressure, especially when it comes and involves a living animal. I like to vary new shooters' positions often and don't allow them to shoot from the same place each time. And I call this the rule of 3, position, angle, distance. And it is a hallmark of the shooting method I mentor folks into. Notice I did not say coach, but mentor. Overcoaching is a real common problem. Paralysis by analysis happens frequently. It is crucial that folks be mentored into a method that suits them, the individual. As the late Bruce Lee was known to say, is more important than any established style or system. And remember, the shooting gurus and pros all miss. They may never show this, but they do. And if they say they don't, they're doing something, but it's not archery. For more great tips on traditional shooting and bow hunting, hit the link below or in our bio for our free Ethical Predator newsletter and get your copy emailed to you today. Until next time, shoot straight and walk the path of the Ethical Predator.